All right, guys, Jason here. We're back, and we just got done scouting. Deer season here starts in just a couple of days, so we've been scouting like crazy. I've walked 26 miles, only found 3 spots I really like. That's pretty crazy. But we're going to talk today, 7,000 miles. We are right at 7,000 miles on this dude, and we've had it for 2 months. 2 months, 7,000 miles. People are gonna be like, why are you doing a review if you've only had it for 2 months? Well, I have 7,000 miles doing exactly what we're doing here with this truck. It has not been 7,000 miles easy driving. It has been 7,000 miles in the woods and in the swamps and bouncing around and that kind of thing. We have used the lockers. We have had to use the lockers on this thing, front and rears, 6 times already, 6 times. One of them was when his finger happened. Okay, that was a bad thing. Me and my wife were out driving a new place like this, and there was a huge hole in the road, water hole, mud hole, and we thought, well, let's just creep into it and see what we can do. I'll bet we can get through. But there were tracks that went to it, and then he turned around and left. Nobody had gone all the way through it. I could see with my binoculars on the other side that nobody had come out. Let's see what we can do. So I started to drop in, and as we dropped in, I was just in 4 high, was all I was, and I started to drop in. When I started to drop in, that front end dropped on a 45-degree angle down. We had water up to here, but it was a 45-degree angle. We were literally, boom, dropped in like that. And it hit a wash or something that was in there because it was too deep for me to even, get out and check with a stick that I had. But we hit something anyway, and it dropped in hard. And when it did, my hand was resting on the column shifter, just sitting on there like that, and bam, and it jammed it right into the dash, and that's what gave me mullet finger. That whole tip has got a ripped tendon in it. My wife was freaking out. What are we gonna do? Winch on the front, which is the dumbest idea of any vehicle made. I'm sorry, but a front winch is a winch designed to help other people. That's all it is. It's nothing good for you. And I would much rather have the winch on the back. And I do have my cradle winch that I will probably eventually put in here just when I get around to it. I do need a longer cable than what my Gladiator was to be able to get to the battery because the battery is on this side. I don't want to be able to close my door off, so I got to be able to come around longer. Figure that one out to do it. That's why I haven't put it in yet. But a winch on the front, like I said, is for somebody else or for little bitty things. If I had somehow got stuck in something stupid like that and I needed just to pull through, that's different. But 99% of the time with a winch or in a truck, when you're off-road by yourself and you get stuck, you want to go out the way you came, not going forward, including that situation where I was nose down. I'd have rather went backwards. Oh, front winch does piss me off. However, we do have one, and it is a good thing. At least we have one. So we got that 12,000-pound Warren winch right on the front, and I do love that winch. We have pulled it out, spooled it now, everything like that. It is butter smooth, super easy. I love the winch setup on this thing. Flawless winch design. Just wish that some company or people would just understand it. It does not go on the front. It goes on the back. It should always be on the back, not on the front. Again, I just don't understand that stuff, but I would love to have one on the back of this, and I will eventually with that cradle hitch. The truck itself, as you can see, we have mud tires on it. Why? Because we are in mud all the time. But you notice something. My truck is dusty, yes, but notice here, we don't have a lot of mud thrown on a truck. We don't have a lot of mud thrown up here. Why? Because we have mud tires. That's why we don't have a lot of mud thrown. It's not the fact that they won't throw this mud, they can, but it is the fact that it allows me with these tires to go very slow and very controlled through these holes, and because I have the traction. The mud tires have the traction, so I can literally take my time, and if I do start to get stuck, I got the traction. So mud tires are just such a great thing. My Gladiator, for 2 years, was covered head to toe, top to bottom in mud, nonstop, always covered in mud. This thing barely ever covered in mud, and it is because of the capability of the mud tires over an all-terrain, which I have to constantly spin the all-terrains hard, get them to clear out, and get them to eject the mud, and get them to try and bite again, and you're always spinning them. These mud tires, they're just traction. They're just pure traction 100% of the time, nonstop, and they work flawless. I love these tires. Again, you're not going to see too much of them. They are clogged up pretty good here, but we are, this is what we do. Let me see if this one's better. No, that one's just as bad. But again, it's because I don't have to go fast. So they haven't even went fast enough to eject this stuff out yet. I can go slow. But tread-wise, they seem to be doing very good. We will see how they hold up. We only got 6,000 miles on them, but we got a heck of a lot of tread. I mean, that's a deep, that is still, I mean, they look really good. So we'll see what happens there when the time is done here, and we get some miles on. We are gonna put it, we got 7,000 miles on it now. We're gonna put another 10,000 miles on it in the next 3 months. So we're gonna be cranking them in. Maybe 2.5 months we'll have 10,000 miles more on it. So the truck has been flawless on every kind of way. Not a complaint whatsoever. The running boards have been doing their job perfectly. They allow me to get in and out of the truck, and they stop a lot of that mud. You can see a little bit squeaks through here, but most of it stays off the rockers and doesn't come up on the truck too bad. So I like that. My Nobe sight lights, fantastic. Absolutely love them, especially out here at night coming out of these places. They save me from hitting a lot of deer. So we got zero complaints on any of this stuff. Do I miss not having a front camera, or do I wish I had a front camera right here? No, not today. I don't care even a little bit. I would have never took the time to even turn it on. Tina's truck, her ZR2, has got all the cameras, including the underbody cameras, front and rear underbody cameras. Never once when we've been off-road, not that we're doing anything super hard, but never once have I turned those cameras on. I don't care about them even a little bit. Not even remotely. I just don't care about them at all. Now in the bed of this thing, bed's been fantastic. It is not damped. I don't care about that either. I'm quite okay with that. We have the last fit liner on here. Love it. We have the last fit bed mat. Love it. We got the bodega fridge in here rolling right now, which we are going to get something cold to drink out of here in a minute. And we have bed power and we have bed lights, as you see right there. So fantastic setup in here. I have all my CC tools in that bin up front. Some of my gear up in here. Tools back there. Traction boards back behind. I can actually grab this because we are going to get stuff out of this. But traction boards back there, as you can see, buried in there right there. So all that stuff, cold drinks right here non-stop all the time, 100% set at 31 degrees, beautiful system, and we are good there. So it's been fantastic. This truck's been amazing. I have not had one mechanical issue with it whatsoever, anything not that I would expect to. It is used as hunting all the time. My bow, my pack, everything in here. We have all of our bug sprays and thermocell holders, and everything we need is in this truck with so much room. And there is so much space underneath this thing. Okay, I mean, you get so much storage under this rear seat, it's unbelievable. I love having so much room in a truck now. My Gladiator was amazing, but my Gladiator was very tight and very cramped with a lot of things. This truck has so much room in it. It's just incredible. So very happy with that aspect of it. This side here is going to be a little dirtier. Like I said, this is what I use. This is a tool for me. Seat cover has been fantastic. This little cover right here to keep me from getting DEET and chemicals and dirt on my thing from Amazon has been fantastic. Everything about this truck has been amazing. Let's jump up in here real quick. And now I do still have the same complaints I've had before. This gap here is kind of small, and you do get some glare off the windshield. That is upsetting. How many miles exactly are we on this, dude? Let's pump it up. 6,800 right there. You can see it. 68, so we are 150 miles away from being at 7,000 miles on this. Yes, my tire gauge light, my tire light is on all the time, because you can see I got 47, 47, 47, 48 PSI in here, and it's telling me I have to inflate to 65 in order to get that stupid light over there to go away, and I'm just not running 65 PSI on a off-road truck. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That is such an insult that we have that scenario there. This being a Power Wagon, we do not have a brake controller in it for a 2500. Shocking, I know they should, because we can still tow 10,000 pounds, but love the setup, love everything about it, okay? This is where the magic happens in this truck. Sway bar disconnect, axle unlock, 4 high, which we are in right now, 2 high, hill descent control, 4 low, front and rear locker together or rear locker only. Plus we have limited slip rear differentials in this thing. That is a gold mine. And I'll tell you what, with that LSD, I'll tell you about it in a second. Let's just finish this out. Love this setup here. Love having the extra power there. We got more power than we know what to do with in this thing with USB ports. Love the bench seat. Okay, this bench seat right here flips up, and there's a seat underneath here, but I have all of this space down here that is usable. Big cubby right there, all my batteries charging on it. Love it. Great setup. Love the big open storage area right here rather than a door on it. I use it constantly, as does my wife. When she's sitting in a passenger seat, she will she'll throw her water bottle up there just because it's big, but it'll fit right in there, and it doesn't fit in a cup holder. She'll throw her cell phone up there, so her lipstick that she's carrying, any of that little stuff gets thrown there all the time. That is such a great, perfect, I love it open. I'm glad there is not a door on it. I love this system. I love the Tradesman trim. Everything about the Tradesman trim, flawless. This truck, flawless. I cannot think of a complaint on it anywhere. The LSD in the rear end of this thing, I have tried to make videos where I was going to show you the difference between LSD, limited slip differential in the rear, because this has that and it has a rear locker. So I've tried twice now to show you a video where I can show you the difference. I can't do it. It's not possible. This LSD is so fast to connect in this truck. It's basically a rear locker. I cannot get it to show you on video where I can get this to break free, spin, and then have that LSD kick in. I can't do it. It's just not possible. That's how good the rear limited slip differential is in this thing. Now, if you get another 2500, it is not a Power Wagon, you're gonna get that same exact, well, you won't get a helical gear LSD like this. You'll get a clutch pack style, but it's still gonna be very, very good. But the LSD is outstanding in this truck. And Ram does incredible with their traction control as well, too. All right, let's take a quick second, mention our sponsor of this video here, Last Fit. Full done. If you guys know me, you know I love Last Fit stuff. Their mats are amazing. We put one in Tina's long time ago. There it is right there. This is it, the Last Fit bed mat. Look at the fit and the coverage of this thing. It's just so well done. They do these things so good. Just took it out of the box, which you can see sitting right there. And we just put it in, but we have both. We got the bed mat and we have the tailgate cover. Look at this, tailgate cover on here. Just real simple, just replace your bolts with it. We have that mat in here, look at this thing. It will form and conform and lay flat right in and follow the contours of this, just like what happens in this one. How, you know, this was the same way when I got this one. Look at how perfectly it fits right now. How excellent that is. So nice, no slip, and look at how deep this thing trays. What that means is that I can just easily slide this out and dump it if I got crap in there. People don't understand these, but these ridges that we see right in here, these are gear stopper ridges. Okay, so what that means is the gear won't slide. So like my battery system here, if I put that here, it will not slide forward. It does not come past those. And much better on your knees. Look at that. Okay, you don't get that aggressiveness of this, and your gear is not getting wrecked and ruined by that sandpaper effect. These guys do better than you could ever imagine. We had a 2019 Ram 2500 diesel. I've owned 9 F-150s. We lived in northern Michigan our whole lives till 3 years ago when we moved down here. My wife hated my F-150s in the wintertime. We had snow 5 months of the year. She hated my F-150s. Traction control was always so loose, so sloppy, so pointless, and didn't do anything. We bought that Ram, that 2019 Ram, and she loved it instantly. The traction control is so super tight. Everything about Ram does with their mechanicals is top shelf all the way around. And this truck proves it and does great. Again, as I said, I don't even get it very dirty anymore. Only the wheels and the tires do, because I can creep and putz through stuff so slow with zero fear and zero worries, and have that bite. So I got zero complaints on any of the systems on here. This truck has been amazing. Would I buy another one of these? Yes, I'm torn. If you were to sell me right now, I got to go buy another truck between a Gladiator, another Rubicon Gladiator, or this, which is a Rubicon Ram for the most part. Which would I do? I'm very torn. I really like the higher height of this. Those are 35s. Those are the same size tires that were on my Jeep. And look at, they look like little roller skate tires on this truck. But those are 35s. That's how big this truck is. Okay, this thing is a beast. When you put this into perspective and you look at the size of this thing, okay, this is a beast of a truck. I love it. I love being up high. I like that high area being up there for visibility, and I like that I can go over everything. I have so much ground clearance on this. Maybe a little less at the diff than other things do, but your tires hit logs before the diff does anyway, and I can go over things in this that blow my mind. It's amazing. So, and I love having all the space. I hate the gas mileage. I don't have my speedometer recalibrated for this yet. There's no tuner that makes makes one for a 2025. So I don't have that done yet. So we are still calibrated for 33s. And so I don't even know what my true gas mileage is, but my gauge says I'm always at like 9.8 or 10.2. Again, with a lot of it being off-road out here. My Gladiator, that would usually be 14 or 15. So there is definitely a drop in gas, but like I said, there's a lot of pros to this. My Gladiator will fit down a few tighter trails. Some of these things that get a little tighter, but I have yet to encounter a place that I cannot fit this through. There are a couple times that I have to get out and manually fold the mirror on that side. Now I do wish, and that is one thing that I wish that I had more than anything, is power mirrors. Because there are times that I am very tight coming through the woods and I'd love to hit a button like I could do on my 2019, fold the mirrors in, fit through, hit the button, fold the mirrors back out. I can't. This one, obviously, I can pull in from the window. The other one, if I'm by myself, I have to literally get out of the truck, go around, push it in, get out of the truck, reopen it. It's a pain in the butt. So I would love to have the power mirrors. Other than that, there is nothing else I want or nothing else it needs, except for the fact that I do love the front winch, but I wish I had a winch on the back. God, I wish I had a winch on the back. But this truck is so capable. Like I said, don't really need. A matter of fact, back to that story. So we dropped in. We were stuck in there. I busted that finger up. My wife was freaking out. What are we going to do? How are we going to get out of this? What's going to happen? I said, just relax. I'll get us out one way or the other. We got no fears. We will sort this. I have enough. I do. Now, my winch was completely underwater, but I do have enough pulleys. What do you call them? Your not your snatch blocks, but because now they're not. They're just a winch ring. But I have enough of those snatch rings that I could have very easily went forward, brought it back, reconnected, and I could have pulled myself out. I only had to go 2 feet, 3 feet to get out of there, to get up out of there. So I could have winched myself backwards from the front. So I wasn't fearful. I could have even probably winched my way through that if I needed to. So I had options. But I told her, so let's just see what happens here. So I dropped her in a 4-low. I kicked in both the front lockers, front and rear lockers, and I feathered that gas as slow as I could, feathering the gas, and I did not want to break those tires free. I wanted the traction to do the work. I wanted the mud tires to do the work, and sure enough, right up and out. Never spun a tire, never once spun a tire, climbed right out of there. My wife just went, well, that was kind of unexhilarating. She was expecting some big whole, and fighting and all this stuff. No, it was pretty simple. It really worked good. So this truck, phenomenal, straight up phenomenal. Zero complaints on it. And the price is incredible. Okay, you're talking about, realistically, this is I don't remember what it was. I honestly don't even remember what it was. I think it was somewhere in the mid $50,000 range. I think it had a $65,000 sticker price, and I think we got 12 grand off on it, if I'm not mistaken. But something like that. I honestly don't remember. But it's somewhere in there. So you're talking, mid to upper 50,000 range. Worth it all day long. I straight up love it. And there you go. There's a review on it for 7,000 miles. And we will keep you up to date. Thanks for watching.